Hello and good day to everyone. I am Junmark and Atay, and today I'm going to discuss the art of emerging in Europe. But first, let me tell you about the learning outcomes or the learning objectives of this report. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to identify the major periods in Western art history. Number 2, compare and contrast the artwork produced during the different time periods and the art movements. And number 3, discuss the importance of art to the development of Western culture. Art has been an integral part in European history, from the time of the ancient civilization like the Greeks and the Roman, all the way to the modern times. Art has been used to communicate ideologies and belief systems prevalent within their context. Greek and Roman civilization were also known as the classical world because both culture aimed to embody the highest possible standard of quality in all aspects of their societies. But when it comes to both art and architecture, both civilizations intended to promote the possibility of having an objective and widely accepted standards for the beauty. The influence and the impact of both classical worlds are far-reaching. Most art movements have been taken inspiration from the certain artistic elements from the two civilizations. These are the different art movements that emerge within the different time periods in Europe. Each movement has distinctive characteristics to them, highlighting the different trends and changes as they transition from periods to the next. The ancient Greece. The Greeks were known to excel in various fields and aspects of society. For example na lang, their political ideas na eventually is naging framework na rin for the democratic form of government na nangyayari ngayon or ginagamit ngayon na modern times. They also valued poetry, drama, and philosophy, which remain interesting in fields of study for the contemporary times. For those naman na gustong mag-involve sa arts, painting, and sculpture, and architecture, you must required to have a certain skills and body of knowledge. So in the ancient Greece or the Greeks, kailangan if you want to get involved in the arts or kung gusto mo talagang maging artist or maging artisans, kailangan meron kang skills or knowledge sa isang bagay. Kasi kung wala ka nun, anong silbi mo? Anong magiging pakinabang sa'yo ng mga Greeks kung wala ka namang isang knowledge or isang skills na hinahanap nila? 'Di ba? So, in the ancient times or the ancient Greece, kailangan meron ka munang certain skills or a body of knowledge or a certain knowledge para ma-involve ka sa arts. Ganon. The Greeks were known to place prime importance in the use of a reason. For this civilization, man was at the center of society and how they trained their minds could be very foundation of how they live their lives. The humanist ideas of the Greeks were reflected in their democratic form of government. This certain level of freedom was also reflected in their artworks, architecture, literature, and philosophy. The Greeks were notable passionate about natural phenomenon and believed that nature should be in the perfect order. These principles, belief system, and ideologies are at the core of the Greeks' art and architecture. The development of Greek art can be divided into four periods: geometric, archaic, classical, and Hellenistic. The geometric period was a time when Greece was starting to get back from the onslaught of what is seemed to be their dark ages. On this period is dito na yung period na yung geometric shapes and patterns is naging famous sa kanila. This is where the most of the geometric shapes like squares, oval, rectangle, and hexagons and patterns nagkaroon ng spotlights sa kanilang arts. For example, yung mga vases ng mga geometric period na ipapakita ko rin sa inyo mamaya. The Archaic period, on the other hand, the Archaic period placed an importance on human figures. This was primarily a result of Greece trading activities with other civilizations. Because on the geometric period is their dark age, kung sa Archaic period naman is their good days. Because on these days or this period is kanilang ginagamit yung art para magkaroon ng trading activities with other civilizations. The peak of Greek sculpture and architecture was during the classical period. It was during this time when the Greeks found themselves rebuilding their temples and focusing on creating artwork. The time of Alexander the Great was called the Hellenistic period. During this time, art was primarily focused on showcasing emotion and depicting reality. One of the examples of geometric art is the terracotta crater. It is one of the art that has a geometric pattern. It also dates the 750 to 735 before Common Era, and it was attributed by the higher field workshops. Also, one of the example of archaic art is the terracotta dynast or the mixing bowl. Next, one of the example of classical art is the terracotta pyxis or the box. And next is the example of terracotta amphora or the jar. The next ancient is the ancient Rome. Ancient Rome. The Roman Republic was established around 500 before Common Era. This civilization eventually transformed into one Western Europe's mightiest empires. Since they had expanded and covered many territories, they interacted with neighboring civilization, particularly with the Greeks. It can be said that the Roman civilization came of age during the Hellenistic period. As mentioned earlier, it was a period when the Greek culture influence has reached its peak in the Mediterranean world. The Romans were fond of the Greeks and its achievements in the arts. The fusion of Greek and Roman culture can be seen in the most Roman artworks. Some would argue that the Romans were merely copied Greek art. This eventually made Romans produce artworks that are often looking stern, harsh, and strong. They also invoke principles of realism of most of their works, highlighting the features of human being. Aside from this, Romans were also known to be master builders, which earned their reputation for grand monuments. And one of the example of arts of ancient Rome is the Poseidon and Medusa. Just like the Greeks, the Romans also valued their gods, and this was evident with their sculpture and artworks. The next is the Middle Ages. As the term denotes, it is the period between the decline of Roman Empire and the Renaissance. It was a period that is characterized by ignorance and darkness. Another dominant characteristic of the period was the church was the central figure and authority of the period. Since the church was the most important figure, the most important product of the early Middle Ages would be the copy of the Christian scriptures. The printing press came later after the Middle Ages, so copies of the scripture were done by hand. These copies were also done with illustrations and decoration, which highlight the religious focus on the period. During this time, cathedrals were also built. One of the examples of Middle Age art is the Mosaic of Jesus Christ. During the Renaissance period, the artists valued the individual as a subject of arts. The influence of humanism shifted the focus of some artwork during the Renaissance period to empower the individual. Most artworks emphasize naturalism, which was also an influence of humanism since there was a great emphasis on the proportionality of the human body. Most artists also added perspective of depth, wherein spaces were explored in different artworks. These techniques provide a three-dimensional perspective of most Renaissance painting. Renaissance artists also gave importance of non-religious theme or subjects. This was also brought by the privatization of the art during the Renaissance period. However, most artworks remains religious in its focus and themes. One of the very example of the Renaissance period is the Michelangelo David. This sculpture is an example of how humanicism was dominant belief system during the Renaissance. There is a emphasis on the details of the body of the human being. Mannerism. Mannerism was a period in history art which was product of Renaissance period. During the Renaissance, artists would observe nature and try their best to emulate it based on their observation. As the Renaissance period ended, artists started directly copying subjects from existing work of art. Most artwork during this period displayed on distorted figure, two-dimensional spaces, discordant hues and colors, and lack of defined focal point. One of the examples of mannerism art is the art of Madonna and the long neck. This period roughly spanned from 1800s to 1750. Although it was a period following the Renaissance, it can be said that a lot of artists have developed styles and techniques different from their Renaissance predecessor. Most artists use colorful palettes and ornamentation in their works. This was a time when Italy in particular strengthened not only their religion but also other aspects like politics and art. Expansion was a central theme of this period, which became very much evident in the artwork produced during this time. Motion and space were taken in consideration by artists like the use of chromatic lighting and the concept of time. One of the examples of Baroque and Rococo art is the Assumption of the Virgin by Annabel Carracci and the Swing. And that's all. Thank you po.